Hello. I'm not quite sure if we had been live already or what was happening. I'm just getting used to this whole new Facebook Live system where you can do all sorts of things, but I'm just getting used to it. So thank you so much for joining me. It is Aleckson here. In case you don't know, this is my face, and I'm coming to you live today to share a little story with you about a calling that I had, and also to use that little story to share with you how you can also receive constant inspired ideas to serve your purpose and your ideal clients. And of course, that means your bottom line as well, your income, your money that's coming in. So thank you for joining me. If you are joining me live, I would love for you to say hello. Let me know that you're here. Let me know whereabouts you are located, so I know what's up where you are. And if you're watching on the replay, if you want to, you can fast forward just a few minutes to get into the juicy stuff. If you know me, you can fast forward while I do my little introduction. And if you do not, my name is Aleckson, and I am here to give a voice to the power within you. And hopefully, all my intention is to create transformation through the vibrational frequency of the words that I speak during this live stream. So lean in, listen up, open your heart, allow yourself to receive what it is that you require from this moment in time. Say hello, let me know that you're here if you are here with me. I can't see what's going on with this new live stream thing on Facebook. So just let me know if you are here and say hello. And in the meantime, I'm going to continue my conversation as though you were here with me anyway, because that's what's important when you are here with me. So what I wanted to do today is to share a little story. But before I share that story, I want to talk to you about receiving inspired ideas. It's something that happens to me constantly, and I want to share with you why it happens to me constantly, and how I make that happen for me constantly, and what I then do with those inspired ideas to help me to find my people, to serve my purpose, to make more money, all of those sorts of things that go on when you have a business. Hello, Michelle, and hello, Lisa. Lovely to see you both. So, if you know your purpose and you have a desire to be of service in some way to that purpose and to clients, and also a desire to receive income, and if you have a belief in the law of attraction, then this is where you want to be right now. Hello, Laura. Lovely to see you. So if you have a little smidge of an inkling of a hint of a belief in the law of attraction, then you know that there is a truth that is spoken as ask and it is given, or ask, believe and receive. And so that's what I use in my process, where I receive constant inspired ideas that I use to serve my purpose in the world, and also to look after my clients, and to, of course, create income. So ask, believe and receive. So one of the very quick, simple and practical modern spiritual tips that I share with people, and I want to share with you today, is this, because it's what I do. As I wake up every single morning, As I wake up every single morning, I send up a little request or prayer, or, you could have a prayer to whoever you pray to. You could just utter a couple of a request out to the universe, whatever it is for you. But what I do is I simply, when I wake up, I ask sincerely to be in service to my purpose, to my ideal clients, and to receive money. So I ask to be in service. Now, I actually don't ask for those other things. What I actually do is just simply ask to be in service. I ask to be in service to my purpose. I ask to be in service to my purpose. Because for me, that means that I'll be serving my ideal clients in the way that they need to be served, and they will be compensating me for that service, because that's what my purpose is at this time. So I just simply ask to be in service to my purpose. Now, I believe that I will have an inspired idea, and I also know that if I believe it, I will receive it. So I'm asking, I'm believing, and I'm receiving. So what I do is I will be going throughout my day doing something, and I will receive an inspired idea. And when I receive that inspired idea, I do take some action on it that will just ground it into reality and also start to manifest it. So what I do to ground it into reality and start to manifest it, if I don't have time, I make a quick note of it and get down as much info as I can about this idea that I'm having. And if I do have time, or if I'm so inspired, I stop what I'm doing and start creating whatever it is that's being called through me. What I don't do is I don't doubt it or myself. I don't procrastinate on it, and I don't dismiss it, because I know that the more I exercise this muscle, this ask, receive, believe, receive muscle, the more it will give me to be grateful for. So that's what I do. Now, as I said, this is something that I do in my own life, and I've been doing it for years and years. And it's gotten easier and easier as I do it. Essentially what happens now is that as I wake, I just simply ask to be in service to my purpose throughout the day. At some point during the day, I will receive a divine inspired idea, an insight, an idea, whatever you want to call it. A thought will come into my head, and I will absolutely know that it is an answer to my asking. Now, on the flip side of this, I also know that perhaps it's you even here listening to me now, but I also know that it's true for everyone that when you ask, it is given. It's true for everyone that when you ask and believe, that you receive. You ask and it is given. Let's use that one for a moment. So I know that when I ask to be in service, I know that if there's someone else out there in the world who's asking for help, and it's the sort of work that I do, or the things that I can offer, the gifts that I have to give, the thing that I do as part of my purpose and service, then I know that somehow, quantumly, the universe is going to bring us together. And so that's why I know that if I ask to be in service, I receive an inspired idea. I'm only receiving that idea because someone out there is asking for the thing that I'm inspired to create. And this is true not just for me. I want to be very clear about this. This is true for everybody. Absolutely everybody. And it's true for you. And I want to open up the call here to, if you want some help with this at all, if you want to know why you're not receiving, why you're not believing, why you can't ask, any of those sorts of things, just ask me those questions in the comments, and I will come back to you and respond. And, I'm an embodied channel, so there's no state that I need to go into. I am one with the guides that I bring through. I'm one with all that is. I'm not separate from. So what I'm saying to you is that there's no, I'm going to be channeling an answer through for you from that aspect of me. Now, let me tell you about what happened recently, and perhaps it's you that were asking for something like this, because I woke up as I always do, and I put my little prayer out to the universe. I asked to be in service to my purpose today. And at some point during the morning, I received an inspired idea. And, you know, I could have dismissed it. I could have said, no, I'm not going to do that because it won't make as much money as I feel like making. Or I could have said, oh, by the way, when I get these inspired ideas, immediately I know what to charge for it and what it is exactly, because I've practiced this over a number of years. Michelle, I will come back to you in just a moment about that. So I received the inspiration to create a masterclass. That's the word that came through, a masterclass, but I've since changed that. It's actually a group session, and I'm doing it on Saturday because when an inspired idea comes through, it's ready now. Its time is now. And you can ask that inspired idea these questions. Is this for now or later? You can ask it how much it wants, how much it wants you to charge your clients to be part of it, and these sorts of things. So I did all of that, and I have created, and I'll be holding this Saturday at 11 a.m. That's Australian Eastern Standard Time here in Brisbane, which is the previous evening for our friends in America, and that morning for our friends in the UK. So that morning, no, it's the middle of the night for our friends in the UK, so it's probably not a good time. But never mind that. So I created immediately. I stopped. I started to create. I built a website page. Thank God I'm a little bit technical like that. That's, again, years of practice of trying to get my business working. And I created a web page. I asked it what price it wanted to be. I put that all together, and I sent out an email to my list, and I'm now starting to promote it on Facebook as well. And just through that inspired idea that I had this morning, simply because I asked to be in service to my purpose. You might notice that I say in service to my purpose, which is a little different. Some people have icky feelings around in service, but that's what it is for me, and that's the way that I express it. I asked to be in service to my purpose, which means I asked to be given a download of something to offer, or for someone to find me, or any of these sorts of things. So I know it's all mixed up in who my ideal clients are and the pricing and the income that I receive and all of these things. I asked to be in service to my purpose. I received a download of information, which, by the way, again, I'm not special. Everybody is capable of this, of receiving these downloads. And then I put it out there, and I made a couple of $100 already this morning. So it's not about the money. I want to be very clear on that. By the way, this is a very low priced offer, because that's what it came through as a low priced offer. I ask these things. If it's not clear immediately in the download that how much it's going to cost, then I ask. And it's a very low priced offer. And if you're interested in joining me, let me tell you a little bit what it is. It is it's a group session. It's 90 minutes to 2 hours, a group session that we'll be having to activate some new abundance codes, and to at the same time deactivate that which is keeping you from stepping into your abundance and wealth. And we'll also do a live Q&A session on there, where everyone who's present will have some time with me to work with their personal situation around abundance, wealth, your fears and your lack mentality and those sorts of things. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Obviously, this is something that you can do as well. And as an example, I've shared what I've done today, and I would like to also invite you to join me for that group session that we're having in just 5 days. I think it is on Saturday at 11 a.m. And Michelle, I will come back to you and talk to you about your question there. So just reiterating, if you want to receive constant inspired ideas to serve your purpose and ideal clients and your bottom line, all you need to do is ask. Just ask. I want to be in service to my purpose. If you don't know what your purpose is, ask, what is my purpose? Show me my purpose. And then, of course, the truth of the law of attraction, when you ask, it is given. That's 100% true. It is 100% true. If you don't believe it fully yet, lean on my belief in it, because I know it as an absolute truth. When you ask, it is given. That's how powerful you are. That's how important you are. And so ask for what you ask to be of service. Allow yourself to receive the divine inspiration or the download that you get, and then take action on that, because there will be someone out there who is asking for what you have downloaded or what you're about to create. That's the whole point of it. You ask, it is given. So when you ask for help, someone who can help you will be presented to you, or some book or something. We've all experienced that, haven't we? So if you're interested at all in doing this group session with me, as I said, it's a small numbers. I'm only allowing 20 people so that we can speak to everyone personally and work with everyone to work with everyone individually who's on there to help them through whatever's going on in their abundance and money life at this point in time. Or anything else, right? Because it's all the same thing. There is no separation. We are all one. We're all energy. Money and me are one and the same thing when we know that. All right, so that's what I wanted to share with you. If you do want to join me for the masterclass, I mentioned before I was going to call it a masterclass, but it's not. It's a group session. If you want to join me for the group session, just type into the comments. Just type something into the comments. I don't know. I know. Just type ask, the word ask, into the comments for me. And I will find that comment when we're finished, and I will send you a link directly to either the Facebook event or the page on my website where you can get yourself booked in. As I said, it is a very low cost, and it's an inspired idea that came through today, obviously because there are people out there asking for help with their money situation and with their abundance situation and with their not wanting to be in lack anymore and not wanting to be in fear anymore that they're going to be looked after financially, that their needs will be taken care of. So thanks, Michelle. I'll get back to you with that link. So let me just quickly answer some questions. Hello, Shelley. It's so lovely to see you. Thanks for joining me. I ask all the time, so WTH is going on with me, and I get nothing. What am I doing wrong? You know, I'm going to be a little bit cheeky here, Shelley, but the first thing that you're doing wrong is assuming that you're doing something wrong. I might need to just say that again, and I will. The first thing that you're doing wrong here is assuming that you are doing anything wrong. Now, when we constantly, and this is just a normal way of being for so many of us, but particularly us women, we just live in this place of, if it's not happening for me, I must be doing something wrong. And yet we also know, don't we, now, because so many people talk about it, we know that we have to stop with the unself-love and step into full self-love. Well, one of the things that is unself-love is when we make an assumption that we must be doing something wrong. So that's the first thing that you're doing wrong there, okay? The second thing, Shelley, that I'm picking up on is in fact that you do receive the answers, but you don't trust them. And again, that comes back to self-love, because it's not that you don't trust something outside of yourself. You receive the answer, but you don't trust that you're receiving the answer, because who am I to receive the answer? So again, this is all wrapped up in the self-love stuff. So the work to be done is around learning how to truly unconditionally love yourself. Love yourself without condition. So love yourself whether you're getting it wrong or right. Love yourself even if it looks like it's not working properly. All of these sorts of things. So that would mean that you don't ever assume that you're doing something wrong, because that is what I call unself-love. So Shelley, I hope that helps. Thanks, Jody. I'll get back to you as well. And Michelle Smith, I saw a question. You know, Michelle, I just spoke with Shelley, Michelle. I just went into with Shelley about self-love. I do find most often with many of us women that the real problem around believing and receiving is again that self-love. You know, so many of us can't even ask for what we want. I feel like I want to say that for you here, Michelle. Why aren't I receiving and believing? It feels to me like you're not really asking, or if you are asking, you're doing it in a one step forward and then pulling it back. What do I mean by that? I mean you're asking for less than what you want. You're asking for what's safe instead of what you really want. And again, that is a self-love thing. But until we truly get clear what it is that we want, truly want, those things that are deep within us that we won't even admit to, and we would certainly never tell anyone else about it. But that is the thing that you need to ask for. And then you will receive because you'll believe. Now, let me go back over that again. For you, Michelle, specifically, not for everyone, but for Michelle specifically, what I'm tuning into here is this: you haven't really gotten super clear about what it is that you want, and therefore you've never asked for what you really want. And so, of course, when you're asking for less than what you want, you know, there's an aspect of you, a part of you that knows that you're hiding, that knows that you're not asking for what you really want, and so is actually doing you a favor by not giving you what you have asked for, because you haven't asked for what it is that you really want. So your job, again, is to love yourself enough to ask for exactly what it is that you want. When you, you know, really kind of step away from any reason that you can't have it, any excuse for not having it, all of that sort of stuff, and just really ask for what it is that's deep within you that you want more than anything else. All right. So, Michelle, I hope that helps you with that. And Shelley, thank you. I appreciate that feedback. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. All right, well, ladies, it is time for me to say goodbye. Again, thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to join me on Saturday for our 90 minutes to 2 hour group session, where we're going to deactivate some of the things that are holding you back, and we're going to activate new abundance codes within you and get you on the way to more than you've had before, then just pop the word ask in the comments here and we'll get the link to you to join. It is, as I said, an inspired idea that I had, and I know that I only had the inspiration because there's someone out there asking for it, and perhaps that's you. And it is, again, because I'm responding to the calling that's coming energetically, it is a low cost for you to join for that. So if you do want to join, just type in ask for me, and I'll get back to you. And thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again very soon. And for those of you joining me on Saturday, I cannot wait to see you. It's going to be a lot of fun, lots of energy, a big build up. I'll be there. All of the energetics that work with me will be there. We're going to have a lot of fun. Thanks, and I'll see you then.